Discord. What is it, and why do I need to know? How can it be used in distance education or by educators in general? By the end of this video, you will know what Discord is, how it can help you to organize groups, classes, and even schools. You'll understand its key functions, what pedagogical theories it may relate to, and of course, the pros and cons for course delivery. According to the developers, Discord is a voice, video, and text communication service used by over 100 million people to hang out and talk with their friends and communities. None of these features are revolutionary, so what makes this app different, and why all the buzz? Why should you care? Why should educators care? Well, let's start with the servers, shall we? You can think of servers as independent communities. If it's small, it's like a classroom. But with enough people, it can grow to feel like an entire school. Some servers, especially for popular streamers like Hassan, have grown to almost 15,000 users. That's larger than the town I grew up in. What matters though is how the server is designed to encourage and guide conversation. Discord servers are broken up into channels. Channels are separated from each other based on which functions they provide. So something like a text channel is for group conversations and sharing images, links, and GIFs. They're often labeled with the main topic of conversation, such as announcements, readme, general, or even memes. Text channels are the backbone of Discord. While you can still DM someone, group conversations are a common feature. In one sense, they behave sort of like private forums. Voice channels provide users with the power to share their voice, so people can have active group discussions. What's more is that you can share your screen, and even stream the game you're playing. This is a great way to quickly connect with a core group of people, and was one of the main reasons that Discord was developed in the first place. One pedagogical theory that can help us qualify the value of Discord for synchronous and asynchronous learning environments is social constructivism. In a nutshell, this theory explains the process of learning by focusing on the ways that knowledge or skills can be constructed between people. I really liked Housefather's description of Vygotsky's contribution to pedagogy. Quote, Vygotsky's work viewed education as central to cognitive development and also an essential socio-cultural activity. He emphasized the social organization of instruction, quote, as a key part of schools' enculturation of the child into the practices of society, as cited in Mall 1990. Now I've included some more citations in the doobly-doo below in case you're interested in some recent research. But wait, what is enculturation and how do we design it exactly? Enculturation is defined by Merriam-Webster as the process by which an individual learns the traditional content of a culture and assimilates its practices and values. One particular challenge for educators is relating to learners culturally in order to improve their teaching presence. Another challenge is creating a space in which learners feel comfortable to share and build culture with one another. That is a social presence. It is my humble opinion that walled gardens are a potential solution for these challenges, and I would describe Discord as a walled garden. Now, back to Vygotsky. He coined the term zone of proximal development to argue the point that learners could only acquire new knowledge or skills that were within their range, or proximity. Essentially, there is a gradient of development between the apprentice and the master. Practically, he argued that learning ought to be scaffolded by providing learners with tools, resources, guidance, or in this case, a community of learners, they could access new skills previously out of reach. Then, those same supportive scaffolds could be gradually removed as the learner gains independent control over the new concept or skill. What if a Discord server could provide the scaffolding to help learners construct their knowledge together within a community that they themselves help shape? Let's take an in-depth look at an example provided by Murray State University. They used a Discord server to create a learning space for students taking cybersecurity courses. There is a welcome page with the rules for the server. This is used as the gateway to ensure students cannot access the server without agreeing to the rules. It's also kind of more friendly this way to say, hello, welcome to the channel. This is what you can expect. Chat threads. We see different sections based on their function. For instance, the nexus is where students are introduced to the server. There is a pseudo user mod only for moderators, and a public section called free-for-all with fist emojis of every kind. In there we see many different channels. General, meme share, meme, that must mean meme, yeah. We see CIS unofficial with a cry emoji, security, coding, gaming, you get the picture. Below that, we see text and voice channels specific to the courses themselves. The text channel will be used during class to facilitate student-to-student interaction during the lesson, and the voice channel will be used to deliver the lesson itself. A reminder that voice channels can screen share, and students would be able to reply in real time using their microphone. Finally, we have roles. I haven't talked about moderation much because it's beyond the scope of this video. Suffice to say that a well-designed system is good so long as it is well maintained. Electing moderators, creating rule sets, and assigning roles or permissions for the different channels is ultimately a question of trust. Reviewing the settings with this in mind will help clarify your selections. And of course, as with anything, there's plenty of guides online and people willing to help you. Now, ask yourself, what free platforms exist that enable you to put up to 50 people into the same voice channel who can all see the same content and chat with one another? What does this look like in the wild? Well, here's an example of a YouTuber, Mr. Sin, who created an online educational community on Discord. You can see where he has created sections for the different studies rather than courses that people are taking and that his content may be addressing. Within each section, you can see there are different text and voice channels. I wanted to provide you something of value, so I filled in a rubric outlined by Lauren Anstey and Gavin Watson of EduCause to figure out the pros and cons of using Discord as a platform for e-learning. By these standards, Discord does phenomenally well. You can get a free copy of this document on my website, mcclark.ca. Some of the drawbacks, such as a steep learning curve, a UI that is awkward at times, and moderation, ought to be considered while planning. Once the server is up to snuff and learners have onboarded, the platform does shine as a multimodal, high-capacity communication platform that is very much worth the low cost of free. That's all, folks. Bye, everyone.